Okay, folks, we're gonna jump right in here. We're actually not gonna stick with this character. Little preview of what you can accomplish if you put enough time and effort in. I'm going to, you guys, honestly, this is my technical first stream. All right, so I don't want to get a little hasty and say this is going to be any good. This is probably going to suck, but it's okay. Let's head on back to the main menu. Now, first things first, Oblivion, big game, really wonderful. I can't even believe they redid all this. I actually downloaded the older version about a month and a half ago and started playing through. Got a little bit frustrated, because it's outdated and stuff like that, but it was still a whole bunch of fun. Like it was a whole bunch of fun playing through the original. Now the way they've dressed it up, I just absolutely love it. I do want to warn everybody though, there is some serious graphics compatibility issues. So my system, it's not like ridiculously old, but it's definitely not keeping up with modern times. I recently switched to an NVMe card for hard drive, which is running the games a lot smoother. I did that specifically for Starfield, but now Oblivion's dead, so we can test it out. Graphics card, also a little bit on the older side. It's a mid-range 1660 Ti. It will not run the 4K, so the game just full-on crashes. I wanted to give everybody like a quick view of what my graphics settings were before we get started here. So what I did was my TV is actually 3840 by 2160, but I found if I knocked it down to the 2560 by 1440, it managed to stay a lot more stable. I love VSync. I always keep it on. I don't run without it because you get that strange, weird lines that appear in your thing, or it's like I don't know. It's like watching an old um, you know, whatever they call those. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. I've kept my frame rate locked at 30 FPS. I don't know if this is a mistake, although because I'm running on my TV, I don't think it's going to push any harder than that. TV's a little bit older as well. Um, I keep the VRAM off. This stuff you just play with yourself. Now, as far as the quality level, originally my system detected as everything low, which got really, really frustrating because obviously you're missing out on a lot of the graphics quality and stuff, but you want to maintain playability. So what I did was I kept my view distance at ultra. So what this does, it keeps all the signs in view. So as you're walking up to a sign and stuff, you don't have to wait for it to reframe and finally show you what the name of a store is or something like that. Effects quality, of course, you want to see a little bit of the graphics quality, but I didn't want to drag it down my system too much, so I kept that on medium. Foliage, same thing. It's nice to walk through the bush and say high quality flowers and trees and stuff, but it's something I could sacrifice. Shadow quality, I almost always keep it low. The 1660, just the TIs especially, they don't have the rendering capability to handle shadows very well, especially things like global illumination and stuff like that. So I did crank this up a little bit, only because the lighting effects are really, really important inside of a game. Texture quality, again, I like it ultra. You know what I mean? At least if I'm going to sacrifice anything, it shouldn't be the graphics of the physical characters and stuff. So I keep that cranked up. Reflections, I'll live without them. It does take away a bit, but I can live without it. Post processing, also something you can sacrifice. This basically just affects again lighting quality, shadowing textures and stuff like that. So I would like to try and crank it up at some point. Maybe we'll see later on in tomorrow's stream if this is something that's worth it. Hair quality, it's not that big a deal. It's not something I'm gonna kill myself if I don't get to do it. Sorry, I should have said that. But cloth quality, same thing. Little wavy lines and stuff like that. It's not that big a deal. We are running with the Lumen supported off. I did find some major graphics quality problems with that running, serious tessellations and stuff like that. So we're just going to leave these two low. Upscaling, I'm running the FSR only because I'm on an older GTX, which apparently doesn't support any of the fancy ones like our DLSS or any of that stuff. So I'm just going to keep the FSR running, so it seems to be running okay, keeping in balance mode. And NVIDIA Reflex, it says it reduces the input latency at a little cost of frame rate. I didn't like the latency. It was kind of dragging behind on my TV, so my TV is not really set up for games. I just wanted to keep it so I have full playability. So those are my basic settings and the reasons why I keep them at what they are. But it should keep, like I said, our frame rate pretty smooth, 30 FPS. You can see it in the top right corner there. It's going to track us as we go. Um, yeah, I don't need to. I'm just going to discard because I've already got everything set. I have changed some of the sound options to be a little bit more compatible with the stream itself, just so you guys can kind of listen along and stuff. Although I will be able to hear character voices and stuff come through, so they should be able to fill us in on a lot of the blanks as to why we make certain choices and stuff like that in the game. So the purpose specifically of the stream is for people that really, really love adventuring games, but have a really hard time getting started, especially with the Elder Scrolls series. I do know one of the reasons why I stopped playing Skyrim for so long, because I had bought it originally back in like 2011, played it for like a couple of hours and then just literally walked away and didn't see it again for years, was I just found and actually the same reason I had to duck out of Oblivion was it's too hard. Like you really end up just getting decimated by the most easiest of enemies. You know, a simple rat or a skeleton is going to come up and kill the crap out of you. So what I'm going to do is help you develop some strategies, not only for protecting yourself, but also methods to go through the game and kind of develop a strategy as far as how you're going to develop your character based on your character's specific strengths. So one of my favorite things to do with these types of games, because now that I've kind of delved a little deeper into the regions here, one of my favorite things to do is try and stay very character specific. So I try not to let my characters range too far from their very specific skill sets, although there are specific skill sets that you usually need. Now, this one in particular, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to we're going to start a new character. All right, not something I normally like to do until I've done everything I wanted to do inside of the game. But again, my character is already advanced really, really far, so I'm not gonna go any further with him right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you guys here. So I'm going to pick the character we always want to play, but never seem to be able to survive as. I'm going to go as the mage. We're going full mage today. It's going to be a mage driven character. So we're going to focus on the mage skill sets. We're going to focus on the mage guild and follow along with those quests. There are a couple side quests that we'll complete. The one I will probably shy away from for the most part is the Crusader campaign. Now, the reason I'm doing that is the Crusaders campaign is honestly a warrior driven campaign. Having played through my previous character, the first character I built for Oblivion, I decided to go full warrior, which was something I never do. I'm always the sneaky archer thief or the battle mage or somebody with a balanced level of skill sets. But I decided to just play through full warrior this time, and honestly, the Crusader campaign is one of those ones. It really is based off the warrior character. So we're going to save that character for a little bit later. That's a Talos-driven character. For those of you that know the storylines of Elder Scrolls, you may find that that character is for you. But today, because I really, really, really want to try it, we're going to go through and we're going to try to make a mage. So let's start a new game. Here we go. Firing it up. Now, the first couple choices up to the dungeon are probably your most important choices. We'll give it a morning. Let's let the story warm up.
As Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
I'm a Patrick Stewart fan.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Like literally watched all of TNG.
Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
And the young guy they picked to play as Xavier, I think he's perfect pick to back up Patrick Stewart. Oh, the Oblivion Gates? I'm not 100% how the mage is going to hold up. Because to be honest,
the 27th of last seed.
We'll just see how it goes.
433. These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life.
Now, the reason I'm watching through this is because they did such a bang-up job of holding to the original. It really is mind-blowing because when I had purchased the game back in January there, I first played through and the opening is identical. Everything, the walkthrough, the starting in the dungeon, even the dungeon itself. I don't remember back far enough to the original times that I played Oblivion to tell you how much of the game they kept original, but honestly, bang up job. It's absolutely phenomenal. And for any of you that are diehard Skyrim fans, you have to play it. You don't have a choice. If you're waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, you have to get Oblivion because it's the only thing that will fill the gap. Don't worry, folks. The intro is not a super long intro. I see the whole thing, so I love Elder Scrolls loading times. Okay, guys, I'm gonna straight up warn you. Uh, Due to my system, it is prone to crashes. Now, I've tried to eliminate it, like I said, by doing as many graphical changes as possible. I'm personally using, and this is without promoting the Xbox Play. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, you know the one. It's the and uh, something to do with the game overlay, they say, would help fix that. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's get this started here. Okay, so these particular choices are actually really important. Your character's ethnicity will strengthen or really, really impede your character development, right? So you want to be really careful with the race character that you're going to pick. I do find for magicians, all right, the Dark Elf, really great choice. Fire resistance is a huge benefit. Okay, so now this guy actually took and turned into a warrior. It was a bit of a struggle to get him ranked up for those particular skill sets, but he did a phenomenal job at the end of it all. But really, really balanced. He's good if you're really going to focus on destruction magic. Which I'm actually having seen some of the skill sets available. Oh, by the way, there's a wide range of magic available, even magic for opening locks, which is absolutely phenomenal add to the game. Um, so we are going to consider him. If we take a look, the Bretons are great because they are particularly good at spellcasting. Um, Now, don't, if I remember correctly, um, summoning and healing magic. Now, healing magic is one of those things that, believe me, as a mage, we're gonna need it. So I may highly consider the Breton. Things like Khajiits, we're not doing the whole sneaky stuff today. So we're gonna stay away from Khajiit. Argonian, same thing. They're more the sneaky thief kind of types. You know what I mean? They're great because if you want to go underwater for stuff, they can breathe underwater, and there are some underwater adventures, so that does come in handy from time to time. But not what we're looking for. So, high elves, same thing. Archers, they can be gifted in arcane arts and a resistance to illness that might be beneficial as well. But the being vulnerable to fire, frost, and shock is not a plus, especially in this game. There's a lot of summoner mages running around trying to hurt people. So, um, Imperials, good balance skill set. You know, if you like your trading, honestly, I'm huge with the economy in these games. So I do have a massive, massive need to create my own wealth inside of Skyrim, which also is something we'll touch on as we're going through. There are some very good systems I've come up with to help you develop money really quickly because it's always nice to be able to buy whatever you want to buy, right? So we'll go through that as well, but not really the character I'm going to focus on. Our wood elves, again, great archers, but not much help in our case. Um, Redguard, to be honest, haven't really delved into the Redguard realm. And if I was planning to be a warrior, this is probably the character I should have chosen. Um, they will have a natural resistance to disease, which might actually help. Now, I will say there are vampires, and becoming a vampire and unbecoming a vampire is not the easiest thing to do. So that might be beneficial. It might be something you want to consider. I'm not going to say you guys have to follow along with my same character design. I just wanted to kind of explain a couple of the people as we went along. Orcs, pretty straightforward. I mean, if you want to go and punch people out and not be really good at anything except for fixing your armor as you go, Orc is your choice. Nords, good resistance to cold. Don't find that was a huge factor on my first playthrough. Not a lot of things are attacking you with cold except for maybe ghosts. So, good warrior class. You know what I mean? Very, very good warrior class. I'm probably going to end up, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably going to end up going with the Breton. The Breton seems to be the most balanced. And again, his ability to heal and summon are going to be very big deals. Okay, so now let's check out the origin thing. So here with our origins, we've got sisters. As a child, you were always spending time on the docks of one of the islands, gaining some money by helping merchants carrying their goods and learning from their adventures. Now, when they give you little verbal tips like this, usually what it means, if you hit your right thumbstick, you're gonna, oh, actually, that's something I didn't mention. So guys, right now I am playing on a PS4 DualShock that I'm using the DS4 converter to play through the Xbox. So I'm not on an Xbox, I'm on a PC. It's the Xbox Game Pass that I'm using. There it is. I remembered finally. So I do highly recommend it. Using the game controller is way, 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 way better than sitting there on their keyboard hurting your wrists. And I'm just saying that from personal experience. I've been in computers for well over 30 years now, and I do find that it's a bit of a struggle when I'm gaming, especially if I'm sitting there without proper game considerations. I mean, if you're going to be a hardcore gamer, and honestly, it does take a quite a big time investment when you're playing any of the Elder Scrolls games. They're going to want the controller of some sort, either the Xbox controller, the PS4 controller, which is perfectly integrated into this game. I might say my DualShocks are working great. Haven't had any issues. Even the button layout's perfect. So I would highly recommend it. Now, hitting the right thumbstick is going to bring up our stats. Again, the stats are going to change also based on your origin. So a little bit of change. Now, it's not really showing up here, but if we scroll on down here to our skills, well, I thought for sure it was going to change some. Huh. Okay. So I guess the origin isn't making a huge amount of difference. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, because right here I'm on Sistres, which means that we were helping merchants and stuff. So if we look close, we're probably going to see, okay, intelligence and willpower is up, agility, speed, and endurance are down, and we get a magical bonus. Okay, so armors, athletics, blades, all that stuff's pretty low. Heavy armor's down. Alchemy's up. Alteration is up. I fucking love alteration. And conjuration, destruction, no, destruction's down. Okay, so he's not the hardest in destruction magic. We'll have to give him a little bit of effort in that one. Now, leveling up skills in Oblivion is phenomenally easy. Actually, they've made it structured. So the more you use it, the better you get, which is a really great system. I honestly think that, and it's not your typical grind. Like you can use it in applicable situations. You can grind if you want to, but I don't generally. I'll work a bit of grinding into my day to days, and I'll show you what I mean by that once we get warmed up here. Okay, so illusion magic. I haven't really played around with it. Let's do it, folks. Mysticism. I can tell you there are some phenomenal spells in mysticism. Restoration's up. Acrobatics is down. Now that when you're jumping, fall damage and stuff, it can take quite a bit off your health. So we may try to bump up that skill a little bit. Light armor and stuff. Well, I'm honestly, guys, like I said, gonna be very class specific. So I'm looking into robes. That's not even light armor. It doesn't even count. No armor rating at all. So we're gonna have to find out what magic we need for armor because we're going to use magical armor. Okay. Mercantile. Now, this one is a big one. Speechcraft and mercantile. When we want to get the best deals possible, and again, I'm going to show you a bit about the economics as well, we want to make sure that those two skills get boosted up as we go. So we will find a way to push those a little bit higher. Security, forget about it. Don't worry about it. We're not going to worry about it because we're going to bump up some really important skill sets as far as magic goes. That's going to back us up. To be fair, I did find that unlike Skyrim, they don't throw as many super important things in chests. So here, I spent majority of the game running through Skyrim, being able to open every single chest, but because of the locks picking system in this one, I decided, forget it. Let's just go on without it and see how far we can get. I completed the whole game without even really opening any what they term as hard locks. So don't worry about it. It's okay. We're gonna live without it. And sneak. We're gonna avoid sneaking. Our guy's gonna be a pompous magi. Okay, he's gonna be super pompous. He's gonna be in the face anyone who dares to stand against him, and we will show them what we're made of. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. This is pretty solid. But let's try and switch over to a Breton from High Rock and see what those differences are. So, being from High Rock, you were raised in the homeland of the Bretons. Going through all the great cities of the province made you quick on your feet. Okay, so let's. Okay. So if we look between sea stress and high rock. So with sea stress, we are much more intelligent and our willpower is higher. Now, willpower is important. It is the one that determines your level of fatigue. Now, it took me a minute to figure that out. I thought it was coming from endurance, but it's not. Your endurance in this case will affect your health bar, and your willpower is what determines how much stamina you have. Okay, so we got to be very careful with that distinction. We're going to talk about that later. Intelligence, obviously, that's our magic. If we're not smart enough, we can't cast spells, so that's important. Agility, again, down as far as the C stress go. Our speed down as well as far as C stress, and endurance is also got a bit of a kick. High rock, however, our speed goes up a little bit. Now that is literally just running away. And like I said, we are going to be the pompous wizard, and nobody shall stand against us. So we won't really worry about running around too much. We'll take the amp up in strength. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be a little bit stronger, I think. C stress is the one because that's the only bone it takes. Okay, so we're going to be from a Breton from Sistres, and that will be our character. Very good. All right, let's take a look at our character here. He is. I keep saying he, so he's going to be a male. We should make him a little bit on the older side, maybe. Yeah. Nah, I don't want him all wrinkly. Let's. I guess. Oh, I don't look like that. I look phenomenal for my age. Okay, so we're gonna put him right about there. Okay. Skin tone. I got a bit of a darker complexion, so let's make him a little bit darker, shall we? I'm gonna go middle of the road, because I'm kind of a middle of the road kind of guy. All right, looks good. I think this is that's just male or female. Oops, shoot, I lost my other stuff. Okay, there we go. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go to the middle. Make him a little bit older, more mature character. Here we go. Okay, all right. And right bumper, bringing us over to the head. Now, I will not do this to you. I know how frustrating it can be to watch people go through all this stuff. I do, however, want to change the hair. Let's go ahead and we're gonna. I have particularly long hair, and he's also a mage, so he's got to have a beard. That's for sure. We're gonna go this. No, this. This is actually kind of what my hair looks like in real life. And we're gonna say to good. Okay, how do I get back over there? B there, facial hair. We need a big old wizard's beard. I'm thinking, yeah, that's more of a wizard's beard. There we are. Now we're looking pretty good. Very wizardy. Very wizardy. Okay. And right trigger for our hair color. All right. We can pick a root color. Ooh. Mage. Let's go. Blue at the roots. Okay. Good. And tips. Let's go black. Could we go something more obvious? Green. Okay. There we go. That looks very wizardy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I don't have blue hair, but I am going to bring my eye color much closer to mine. There we go. Dark Eyes 36, everybody. Oh, nice. Nice. We have to, just because. All right, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead. We're going to head over to our overview. All right, so we've got Fine Grasp of Spellcraft, skilled at summoning and healing magic, resistance to magical energies, and higher strength. Looks pretty good. How about a name? What do we got for names? We're going to do something cool. Like, like, um, Agathar. Agathar. Yeah, yeah, I'm Agathar. Okay, very cool. Sorry, guys, I like my oldie-timey names. Agathar, Breton wizard from afar, will be showing the world what he's capable of. I don't think he'll start out pompous, but he'll probably become pompous because, it's important to grow in your skill sets, but also be able to back it up. All right, let's continue. Mr. Agathar. Yes. Now, you'll notice that first we start out in prison. Okay, so here we literally just got to
Pale
hang out.
skin, snotty expression. You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs with cheap parlor tricks. Go ahead. Try your Magica in here. Let's see you make those bars disappear. No? What's the matter? Not so powerful now, are you, Breton?
Smart mouth piece of crap.
You're not leaving this prison till they throw your body in the lake. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Breton. You're going to die.
I'm not happy.
Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Seriously, I'm not happy.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir.
I did find that there's no way to come back and kill that mouthy piece of crap.
Dead, aren't they?
But maybe we'll come and check them out again
The
later
messenger
on.
only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Hey guys, come on, it's cool.
Usual
It's cool.
mix-up at
We're
the
all in
village,
this together.
but
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't
Okay,
hesitate
right.
to kill you if you get in our way.
Easy. Whoa.
You, prisoner, stand aside.
Okay.
By the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
What is he calling a
Prisoner,
window?
stand away from the door. Over
Oh.
by the window now.
I'm against the wall. Here, put it up down.
No sign
Let
of
me
a
crouch.
sensor. Stay put,
Good.
prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
Okay.
You.
Wait, I know you.
I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day.
Ho, ho, ho,
Gods
ho.
give me strength.
What's going on, buddy?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next.
Uh-oh.
My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By
Got your back, bro.
chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Who are
I
you?
am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Well, fancy pants. Why am I here?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Yeah, damn right. What am I
You will
supposed to do?
find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
It's
Please,
true.
sire, we
It very
must
is.
keep moving.
Oh, what? Who knew?
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Actually, I knew. I knew they were going to
Looks
do
like
that.
this is your lucky day.
Yeah, but I
Stay out of our way.
won't touch nothing. Let's just follow behind very carefully. We're going to walk behind these guys. Now, I will say, if Bethesda just happens to listen to this at some point, guys, take a minute and fix up the transition between walk and run. It's way too jittery. Look at it. Look at it. What's it doing? All right, wait. Okay, so let's go down. We're going to go nice and slow. Trying to be a walking cool guy. See, I got my nice sandals on. My cool bracelets. I'm just kidding. They're actually really uncomfortable. Wait, where'd they go?
Close up
Hey,
left.
guys.
Protect the
Oh.
Emperor.
Why's everybody... I can punch.
The
Protect
captain's
yourself.
down.
I got you, buddy. I'm actually not going to jump in on this one. I'm just going to let them handle it.
Die, Cur!
Those are summoned weapons, so I can't get them anyway.
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry,
No!
sir, but we have to keep moving.
There's trouble ahead.
Apparently.
How could they be waiting for us
Now,
here?
this is actually really good
Don't know,
news
but it's too
because
late to go back
Captain
now.
Reno just happens to have a very nice katana, which is going to get us through quite a ways, but you'll see what happens. Anyways, grab the short sword. Torches are useful, but they don't weigh anything, so it doesn't matter. You can grab as many as you like. All right, so we'll grab those.
Don't worry,
These
sir.
guys,
We will get
absolute
you
waste
out
of
of
time to
this.
search them because they only got tropes. So honestly,
They won't be
there
far.
may be one of these dudes that has something. Weak potion of sorcery,
Keep a first
sorcery,
up
that could be
under it.
helpful. This guy,
Estimate your
nope.
blades.
All right,
I'll
I do
take point.
suggest
Let's
search
move.
everyone and
You
everything.
stay here, prisoner. Don't
Yeah,
try to follow us.
I won't. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. Be careful out there. Guys, I hope you know what you're doing. What the? The rats are here! Oh my gosh! Ow, the stupid rats! Now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to run and hide over here. I hit start. Now, in the start menu, again, we have our menus going across the top. If you're using a controller, it's left and right bumper. We got our inventory and stuff. Now, I could equip a sword. Okay, so right bumper from character to our inventory. I could go ahead and equip our sword. But we're a wizard, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go to magic, and we're going to see what's going on. We got our dragon skin. Can only be used once a day. So if you notice the page on the right there, it will give you a description of your spells. Some spells are only usable once a day. It's like a special power that you gain. If you write trigger, you can go through your list. We don't have any untouched spells. We have a target. We got flare. Okay, so this is our main destruction spell right now. It's just our fire. These are kind of just, that's all of our skills. So if you look, that's our all. And this active effects will show us what is currently going on with our character. So if we were, say, infected with something or bitten by a vampire, this is the page we're going to need to go to. So we're going to go to our magic page and take a look quickly here. We got our Fortify Magicka for restoration, which just means he's always going to be able to restore at a decent amount, and resist magic. So these are just two of his basic skills. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and equip this. Now, I would suggest get your shortcuts ready, because whenever you go into battle, it's nice to be able to bring up your shortcuts quick. Again, different hotkey on a keyboard. For me, it's the left stick button, so I'm going to push my left stick down, and that's going to open up my short key. Now, this is a little awkward to navigate. You're going to navigate it with the right thumbstick and decide where you want it. For now, it's going to be my main one, so I'll just put it in number 1. On the left-hand side, you're going to navigate with the left thumbstick. So if we were in, say, this menu here, I would navigate with either the up and down arrows or my left thumbstick, right? And then hitting the X key on my PS4 controller will equip that here, okay? So when I'm out of the screen, BB, if I hold down left stick, go up, and then equip my flare. Oh, I'm still punching, so I want to make sure I get some reasonable amount of distance. Oh, I totally missed. You'll notice that when you're in third person, things are a little bit awkward. It does take some practice to get used to. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so spell power is pretty good. Cooked rat tastes like crap, so don't even bother. Picking up stuff like crazy right now is not necessary. We'll have great. Bring up your journal. All right, so we can press the. In your journal, you can see the character's attributes, equipment, objects, consult your spells and stuff. Okay, so that's if I hit the start button on my controller. This is basically our thing. You can see our quest right here. Currently now we're in the tutorial stage, which really just means getting yourself ready to play the game. So don't panic too much that it's asking you to do little things. We need a key. So we can't follow them this way, which means we're going to have to look around. And oh, look at this. We found a little cavern. Okay, so let's head on in. Again, you can see a little jiggly with the transition from walk to run. It's kind of annoying. Now, down here is just a great place to practice. So if you notice, there's a bucket over here. They do give you the option of picking up a bow and arrow, okay? Which normally I would only do for selling's sake. So here I could grab all these items by clicking on this guy here. Lockpicks. I really want to be character specific, so I'm not going to do it. All right, I'm not going to even bother. However, Right now we are wearing rags, so we will grab these. We'll throw those on. Later on when we get some nice robes, we can grab those. Usually my suggestion is pick up everything you can carry, or at least anything worth over 30 gold, because later on we can always sell what we don't. Ow! You freaking jerk. All right, get out of here. Boom! Don't be shy with your magic, folks. It's going to automatically regenerate, so just let them fireballs wing all over the place. Let's see, the shield is worth 16 gold, and it's pretty heavy. The little weight on the left is show you the weight of the object. So this one weighs 3 pounds, gives 2 defense, has a health of 100. So later on you can repair armors and weapons. Really good skill to have, especially if you're a warrior. As a mage, though, we're not going to worry about it too much because I don't think we need to worry about repairing our robes. The bow is worth 10 gold. Like I said, oh, I don't have any lockpicks. So here, again, stupid spot. But the good news is this one, they basically just give it to you. If you have a lockpick, you can try to pick most locks to move the lockpick slot left and right. Once you get to the slot you want to pick, you press A. And again, nothing like Skyrim. Really, really frustrating. I'm going to probably break all of these locks. Oh, look at that. I got in there. Okay, so we got some gold and sapphire. All right, so all I'm doing is pushing the up arrow to push the lock switch up and then hitting the A key at the appropriate moment. If I picked up the bow, they'd ask me to shoot at this barrel, so it's a good time for you to practice your fireballs. Especially fireballs in motion, because that's what we want to get used to. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gotta get that aim down here. Let's go. Waha! Boom! There it is. And so as good as a magician, definitely practice your skill sets. And like I said, the more you practice, the more you're going to level up. So if I come around here and if I shoot a couple more fireballs, your magicka is low and you may not be able to cast spells. The blue bottom left displays your magicka. I'm going to leave the game tips up just for now, just until we play through this section of the game, and then we'll go ahead and turn all those off. Again, anything worth over 30 gold I'd recommend. I will just take the lockpicks. I don't know why. We're not going to use them. And torches don't cost any weight, so might as well go ahead. Again, I'm going to look at my magic going up really, really slow right now. It's going to take a minute. But again, I want to practice a bit because... Okay. What you're going to see, if I go back into the start menu here, is that our magic... no, let's go to character. Under our character here, it gives you a brief overview of your character itself, right? Your current skills that you have, as well as our minor skills. Now, the minor skills page is basically what's going to explain to us what needs to be bumped up. Okay, so as you can see, we're pretty basic with everything but our magic stuffs. And already my destruction starting to come up. Okay, so after a fashion, we're going to see the destruction start heading up towards level 2. The more that we use our destruction magic. So we're going to keep punching away at things and keep sending fireballs flying everywhere. Oh, these guys are fun. Okay, goblin shamans are going to do a bit of damage. See, now here, we got some spells on scrolls. These are not learnable spells. They are usable spells, so consider them one-time use. I'll grab this, grab that. We need the key. We'll take the lockpicks. We can always sell them later. And we'll take that potion. But I'm not going to grab any weapons. I'm going to pretend he's basically useless with weapons altogether. Okay, so let's go ahead. Again, another easy lock. Oh, never mind. We had a key. Forgot. We just picked up the key. After a fashion, you're going to end up holding on to way more keys than you need. Boom! Killed you, sucker. All right, so... don't worry about it, though. Later on, we'll have plenty of places to stash things. Clairvoyance. Now, that is a handy, handy skill. So let's go back into our start menu here by hitting start. We're going to head over to our magic skills. I'm going to go back to my all or myself, and I'm going to equip this as one of my powers. So I'm just going to stick it up here in number 8. Clairvoyance is basically going to show us a path to where we need to go next. I use this skill a lot. It's a huge time saver, especially when you're stuck in a dungeon and you're trying to find the way out. So we'll keep that one handy as well. Holding L1 is going to bring us back to our quick change menu. We'll go back to our fireballs since now we know which way to go. Let's go open this chest over here. More stinking lockpicks. We can sell them later. Oh, see now here. We won't be able to carry much, but this guy's almost 40 gold. So we're going to get a good trade-in value for that. We'll take our potion. And maybe we'll try and carry these greaves around. He's not going to like wearing them, I can promise you that. So we're going to notice our character slow down quite a bit if he tries to put on a bunch of armor. Although I never did get changed, did I? I'm still in my filthy rags. Filthy. Oh, jail rags, gross. Okay, so let's put on some boots. That looks much more comfortable. And let's throw on our nice leather cuirass. Okay, and this way we get a little less filthy rags on us, because those kind of look like poop stains if we're looking at it critically. And tell me that's not what I think it is. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're gonna need some greaves, but we've only got iron greaves right now, and yeah, I mean, he looks cool and all. Whatever. Anyways, better armor rating than these guys, so let's chuck these now that we finally get to take that junk off. I would put on the iron cuirass, but like I said, I'm saying character specific, and that just doesn't look right on a mage. I apologize, everybody. That is our radar test system emergency broadcast alarm. Okay, that's cool. No problem. Sorry if I killed my stream for a sec there, but that's a test of our emergency broadcast system. Again, character specific. This just doesn't look right on a mage. So we're going to go back to our nice leather outfit there. We're going to get him out of the fighting position, so he doesn't need to fight right now. And what is this door? Did we come through this door? Oh yeah, that's back into the imprisonment. Okay, so let's go this way. Again, if you get lost, hold R1, switch to your clairvoyance, and R1 to use your magic. Okay. Now, I read an article on this because it was funny because it did stump me for a little bit too. Oh, our athletics just went up. All right, good stuff. Again, continually using skills, and they do consider just running and jumping a skill, will honestly bump them up a lot faster than not using them. So make sure you're constantly using them. Again, your magic will automatically refresh. There's no negative side of constantly casting your spells. Okay, so continually cast spells whenever you get a chance, even if it's just flinging a fireball down a hallway to get a little bit of light. As you can see, the lighting effect's quite nice. Dang it, there was something important I was going to say. We're not going to worry about it. We should start a new save. Let's do that. Let's go to our system here. We can quick save. We can just save the game. Let's go ahead and we'll make a new save. Just say we did. I don't like a lot of autosaves. There's actually a lot of conditions I set for the autosave. Boom! That's how you eat it. You ate that. Did you like them fireballs? But you didn't. I didn't cook them left. Yeah. What the? Zombies! Okay, I don't like zombies. They're a little bit harder to kill. Get away from me! And you do not want to let them hit you. Okay. As you can see, you want to be in constant motion when it comes to the Magi. Give yourself some distance, right? Fireball's got good range. Not great range, but good range. Later on, you'll see enemies dodging and stuff. I wonder if we can get out right here. If our skill set was high enough, we could probably jump out. We're not going to jump out there, though. It's not going to happen. All right, let's keep moving. Deeper and deeper into the dungeons here. Rats. Aw, rats. I'd like to stay in... Oh! Get out of here! Oh, right out of the air! Boom! Took him down. All right. I like to stay in third person. Honestly, I try to stay in third person as much as I can. It can get difficult in the caves, although I did find they did a really good job with camera panning and the character capping as far as Oblivion goes. So, ooh, another chest. Let's find out. More stupid lockpicks, but we'll grab these potions. We're going to need those. And let's set those conditions, because honestly, the autosave can get a little carried away. So if we come over here to gameplay, we don't need it to save during loading screens. And for fast travel, okay, so let's turn it off for loading screens. Although, you know what? No, we'll leave that one on and turn them off, okay? And this way we're not getting millions of autosaves going. We're just getting the one autosave taken care of every time we change screens. And that's usually when it's going to crash, is when we're changing screens. So we'll just set it to that. That's good. As you can see, I'm playing on Adept. I don't really like to lower it too low, or the enemies become too easy. And I don't like it too high, otherwise it takes away from the playability of the game. So we're going to leave it right there. Oh, oops, I forgot to hit A to confirm. Okay, so there we go. More rats. We're going to spawn them. Oh, we should practice our sneaky mage skills. We're not going to be too sneaky, though. Boom! Didn't see it coming. Whoa, bam! All right. My aim's getting better already. Okay, good stuff. So let's keep rolling here. And Destruction Magic just went up another bump. So there you go. The more times we use it, the better it's going to get. So let's take a look now. Our Destruction Magic is at 9. So here we're crossing the threshold. The sooner we bump this up, the better, right? Because we're going to need to be able to protect ourselves. The mage is not a strong character. He tends to get his butt kicked pretty quick. So we're going to want to level that up. All right, so just keep firing off fireballs whenever you get the chance. Don't worry about what you're shooting at. Try not to hit citizens inside of towns. They will get upset. Whoop, missed him completely. Run away! Come and get me, sucker. Now, I'm at the... Ow! Ah, I got him the second time, but he got me too, so that's all right. Turnabout's fair play. Let's nail this sucker. So you'll notice at a specific distance, you can use the reticle, right? But the closer you get, the less accurate the reticle becomes, right? So if you're shooting at something that's right in front of you, you may want to find your angles, right? I do find they center it off the shoulders of the characters, so it can be pretty handy to figure that out, especially if you're an archer. The archers, it's very, very particular. Whoa, another one. Come and get me, sucker. Come and get me. Where you got? Where you at? Where you at? Should have saved some magic for a next battle. I shouldn't have been just throwing fireballs at random. Boom! And he's done. All right, so he's out of the way. Athletics going up again. Okay, good stuff. Let's check anything in the barrels. No, no, no. Keep your eyes on the ground. There can be items on the ground. Again, only worth 4 gold, so it's not worth it. We're not going to pick it up. I try to keep a specific temperament. Like, look here. See, we got a hammer, iron hammer. It's going to take up a lot of weight in our inventory. This is 30 pounds. Okay, I'm going to show you that in a sec. But it's worth 60 gold, which means we're going to get a nice bump to our money as we progress. Again, if you wanted to, you could armor right up. Don't feel bad about it. I'm only not doing it because I'm trying to stay close to my character's true intent. Okay, so here I'm not going to bother picking up this rusty old helmet. It's only worth 10 gold. It's not worth it for me. Same thing with a shield. My guy doesn't use shields, and I'm trying to keep that 30 plus thing going. Only because if you look at our character, we go to the inventory, down at the bottom, you'll see the weight. Right now, I'm at almost 120 pounds out of 200, right? And I'm not going to put a lot of skill development into strength right off the bat because I want this guy to be like a super powerful wizard. So keeping yourself under control, trying not to pick up things that you really don't need is your best way to go. Okay, so I say make 30 gold your threshold because we are going to sell some stuff. We're going to sell all that junk so that we got some monies coming in later. It's always good to have some monies. Okay, and oh, another rat. Sucker! And let's go around the other side here. We're going to scope them out. Nope, nothing, nothing, nothing. Got nothing. Okay, good. Coming over. Looks pretty clear. Pretty clear. 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 You can go into first person or third person by pushing the right stick button. All right, so here inside of first person, obviously you get much better aim, but a little less dramatic, I find. So I do like the third person, not as much when I'm in case. They do have a secondary zoomed out. So this is the first zoomed out third person and the secondary, which you can see your whole character. Either one is perfectly fine. I like the secondary because I do like to get the full effect. You know what I mean? And see everything going on. I apologize that we don't have everything in 4K. That you will see it's actually pretty decent. It's equivalent to Skyrim with my graphics quality. I would ramp it up, but I don't want to lose some factors on the stream. Right now we're getting a solid 30 FPS, even with everything running in the background. So that makes me happy. And let's keep creeping up. Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so there is a run button. I try not to use it, right? Our character moves pretty quick, so. You are burned. I burned you. Yeah, goodbye. All right, let's keep moving. Oh, another rat. Yes. You filthy rat. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Now, when you start to get a bit lost, don't forget. L1, clairvoyance, right? And that's going to lead the way. There we go. So we know where to go. Let's grab this chest. Potions. We're going to love our potions, okay? So we're going to be a potions guy because we are a mage. I'm not going to bother with alchemy. All right, really not my thing. So if you want to learn that skill, you'll have to actually. I don't know what they do in Twitch. Like and subscribe, and then leave me comments in the comment section there. Otherwise, I will never do alchemy. So there you go. Good and for you to join the crew over here. Okay. Let's check our skeleton here. More stinking lockpicks, which we're not going to use. We're going to show you why later. Unless we absolutely have to. And again, I could grab all kinds of ingredients. I spent the first half of the game gathering ingredients, only to realize I had absolutely no interest in alchemy. So unfortunately for you guys there, without a full 1,000 people, we'll say if 1,000 people join my channel, I will start some alchemy. All right, we'll start a brand new character who's going to be an alchemist and a pacifist. All right, so he's going to try and get through the whole game without killing anything. How about that? There we go. There's the ultimate challenge. Can I get through the whole game without attacking even one enemy? Highly doubtful. Let's keep moving. All right, so I think this is the way. Let's back up a little bit. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, let's keep going. I have a habit of doing a quick save right before I open a door. I don't need to because I'm going to save right outside of the door, but just in case, just in case it crashes. If it crashes, we're going to call it a day. If not, we'll keep going. Oh, smooth transition. Okay. And we're on to the next zone. So let's go on down into our cave. Again, if you're feeling a bit lost, clairvoyance. Okay, so we're going to go right and check the crates. All right, so crates and barrels usually have some stuff in it. We're not grabbing that torch. All right, what was that? It was just the crate again? Yeah, okay. Again, scan the ground. It's best to be in first person inside of the caves, right? Only because it's much easier to check your surroundings, right? And if you want to make sure you don't miss anything, first person is the way to go. Again, just for fun, I'm going to keep it on the third person though, and I'm not going to worry too much if I miss anything, because we won't miss ever anything critical, unless we're looking for a key to a door, because sometimes they do leave it on a table or something. Okay, so for the most part though, we don't have to. What's he doing? We can sneak up on him. Let's shoot a fireball. That's not the button. Okay, L1, fireball. There we go. Flare! 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 Yes, he has been destroyed. Okay, so, basic goblins, not too much of a threat. He did leave us a nice potion of illness, which I don't think is going to help us out. Some white cat stops, like blah, blah, blah. Ooh, that was mortar and pestle. Now, on the borderline, right, just below 30, but it's only 1 pound, so I'm going to snag that up. And if I did want to do some alchemy, that's what you're going to need. So that right there is how you do your alchemy. I actually haven't tried it. I'm not going to do it. No, unless I get some likes and follows, we're not going to do it. I'm not even going to. I'm going to sell that as soon as I get to town. Okay, so you saw some little pop-ups there with some instruction, which is why I do encourage you when you're first playing through, guys, pick up everything because they will give you a little bits of instruction as you go. But not doing alchemy unless I get 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I don't even know if they're called subscribers in Twitch, but that's what we're going to say. All right, so here we go. Let's check the goblin. More stinking lockpicks. We're not going to use them. I'm not picking chest. Oh, so tempting. Okay, I'm going to show you why I don't do this. Okay, this lockpick system is just silly. I'm going to push up on the thumbstick and try to hit the A key as quickly as possible. Doesn't always work. Usually it just breaks. Okay, but let's grab all this junk just because. Okay, you can practice lockpicking. I do recommend it only because it can be an invaluable skill. There are plenty of times where you just want to pick a lock and get what's inside of whatever you're trying to pick. Again, get a little bit lost. Let's grab our clairvoyance. Don't feel bad using it. Remember, skills get built, but we use them, so we want to make sure we're using it on the regular. Sneaking through our tunnel. Oh, what's your problem? What's your beef, bro? Why are you punching? Wizards don't punch. There we go. That did it. Now, guys, check this out. Sometimes you hit them so hard, they actually drop their weapons. So if I go search him now, it's not in his inventory. And this was actually something that boggled my mind with Skyrim. No matter how far you hit them or where their weapons landed, you could always check them inside of their inventory. But here, this is important. When you kill something, check around the area because a lot of the times their items will get dropped. Okay, so here, belts, a pelt, bear pelt, 30 gold. Okay, so we're going to snag that up. It's 8 pounds, maybe taking up a little more space than we like. For those of you that haven't seen this yet, notice down in the bottom center, it says the word search with the right thumbstick. What this means is if I hit right thumbstick, the button, I can now scale between the character's inventory, or sorry, the NPC's inventory, and by hitting left bumper, over to my inventory. So if I need to transfer stuff back and forth, that's the easiest way to do it. I can just switch back and forth right there, right? I'm going to grab both these here because we need the gold. And if I found myself carrying too much, I could go back to my inventory and kind of go through a little by little and decide what I don't need, right? So here, obviously, the first thing I'm going to end up dropping is probably this Warhammer. Don't get too attached to this. We'll see why in a bit. All right, so let's keep moving. Wait, what did he drop? It was a rusty war axe and only worth 4 gold. So we're not going to bother taking up all that weight. Okay, moving a little slow. Now, somebody's already tripped this wire. You will see a lot of tripwires hanging out throughout various points in the game. These things do a lot of damage, so be very careful when walking through caves. You don't want to get hurt. Something's creeping around in the background. I'm seeing a little bit of lag on my FPS. Okay, so let's go over here. We're going to check in the area. Nope, nothing yet. Switching back to clairvoyance. Let's find a clear path. Again, guys, sometimes just for the benefit of raising that skill. So actually, let's take a look, because I haven't actually checked which skill category that falls into. It can be a little bit difficult to track them down. Let's see what's going up oddly here. So it's not security. We're wearing light armor, so that's going up naturally. Acrobatics, mysticism hasn't gone up. Illusion hasn't gone up. Destruction's gone up. Oh, look at that. We're catching up with destruction magic now. Conjuration hasn't gone up. Okay, so I'm not sure what category it falls into. It's the one thing it's missing is it doesn't tell you. Oh, mysticism. Okay, so let's keep using it because I do want to bump up my mysticism. Like I said, some really cool skills come from mysticism. And if you notice here, this barely touches my magic, which is probably why the skill's going up so slowly. Oh, another chest. Here we go. Let's see if it's locked. Another very easy lock. Very easy locks. They don't really give you a hard time. They're just meant to be picked. Okay, so you can do here. Let's see if I can get it to break. Ah, I broke it. See, there you go. So if you don't get the timing quite right, and a bunch of other factors that I don't understand. So here, oh yay, more lockpicks and arrows, which we're not going to take. Okay, so fine example. Stuff on a table, right? So here's a gold coin, bloop, and a crappy iron dagger. We're just going to leave that right where it's at. All right. Go, looking around. If you like skulls, there's plenty. You can always pick up a skull. It's fun to journey with skulls in your hand. Apples, I mean, not necessary, but everybody loves an apple. Let's eat our apples. Everybody, you got to keep your strength up, you know? We got food. It's going to be in our alchemy section. Yum. Yum. I'm very good. Okay, much stronger now. All right, let's continue on. Oh, no, you don't. Boom! Sucker! Oh, crap, he's still up. Okay, let's look at our magic. Archers freaking suck. I hate archers. Kind of sounds like a chimpanzee. That's funny. Oh, more lockpicks. Yay. Maybe I can sell them to the Thieves Guild or something. Ooh. It's only 17 gold. And it's 15 pounds. More lockpicks. Yay. Okay, we're just going to keep taking lockpicks. Somebody will buy them from us later. Oh, another easy chest. We're going to just open all of these just to not get the skill up, but to just check and see if there's anything good inside. Right? More potions. There we go. All right. Weight's still good. Okay, we're not going down yet. Oh, shh, shh, shh. Quiet, 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 quiet. Some sneaks going up. Ah, shit, he saw me anyway. All right, run away. Get out of here, man. I love the chimpanzee sound. Okay, I'm not picking up any more lockpicks. I've had enough. 20 gold, 3 pounds. Yeah, we'll take it with us. Okay, now I'm only grabbing that because later on we want to buy some cool spells, right? So, not gonna. Look at this guy. No idea what's going on. What's about to happen? Right through the belly fat. Oh no, so sad. Make sure there's nobody hanging around or hiding. Okay, looks pretty good. Ooh, now this guy could pose a problem. Let's go take his stuff. Gold. Hey, alright. Ow, what the? You freaking jerk, get away from me. Okay, I gotta run. Oh, he's got lightning bolts, everybody. And I didn't quick save before I came here. Some of these guys can be pretty serious. Why is he so good at picking locks? Ooh! Gold mine. Here we go. Not really worth much, though. All these jewels and gems, I really haven't found a use for them, so just take them, sell them. Don't keep them. Okay, 25 gold. Repair hammer. We'll take it for now. Okay, and a silver vase. Nah, not really that into collecting junk anymore. All right, so we're going to leave that one. We're going to run away for a second. We're just going to keep running. Oh, shit. Saw me again. Don't you dare. Get away from me. Oh, ow. I'm running into rocks. I got no way through. I need to run. 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 Run away. Run away. Okay. All right. I'm just waiting for my magic to build back up a little bit. All right. But oh crap! He found me. Oh, you're done, buddy. Done. And destruction's up to 13. Cool. So we are getting some jewels. All right. Soul gems. Now we might later on need that for juicing up a staff or something like that. Okay, so we're gonna grab that. This staff, I will eventually sell it. I know it's as enticing as it is to keep it, but you know what? Let's arm up because we're a wizard and we wanna make sure we got something cool in our hand. Yeah, that is hideous. Oh, wow. Now, it's funny. There is something fun that we can do with these later on. They do play a part in the game. I thought it was really neat that they integrated that. So it's something that we might actually experiment with these shaman head staffs, um, just to see if we can. We could be a little bit of a little poop disturber, cause some problems in the world. See what's going on. Did we search this guy? Yeah, we did. Totally searched him. Okay. And again, it doesn't hurt every once in a while. Quick save. Quick save is a very handy feature, especially if you don't feel like redoing things when you accidentally got killed by a rat you didn't see. Let's check this box. Debatable, 20 pounds. We're probably getting pretty heavy. Lockpicks, more stinking lockpicks. All right, and repair hammers just because it's only 1 pound. Let's take a look. We are at 147 pounds. You know what? I'm going to take it for now, just because I don't think there's many more valuable items in the dungeon. I think we're almost done with the dungeon. 20 bucks, 4 pounds. Sure, why not? We're not going to drink those because as a wizard, getting drunk is a bad idea. In fact, in general, getting drunk is a bad idea. I don't promote alcohol in any way, shape, or form. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves unconfused by practicing our mysticism. There we go. Onward and upward. Okay, very good, very good. Which way? This way. Remember, practicing skills is very beneficial. Mysticism shall be a very handy skill. Okay, here we are. Okay, so we reached the upper deck. Let's look at our chest. More lockpicks. Okay, great. All right. Seriously, I'm just going to sell them all off after. I want to stay very character specific here. And I think we're getting close. We're getting close, folks. I should have quick saved before I opened the door, but that's okay. I think it'll be all right. I haven't had many problems recently, so I'm hoping that there was an update that went through that fixed whatever issue that was. We're looking in here quietly. And coming in super loud.
Protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Oh.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards?
Here they come again.
We need to get the Emperor out of here.
We can try to keep him alive as long as we can.
For the Emperor! Damn it! It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
No,
What?
he is not one of them. He
Jerk.
can help us. He must help us. They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
Yes. I don't like to go against people in their belief system, so let's say
I've
the Nine.
served the
Yes.
Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Ooh, now here's an interesting factor. Okay, so this will also give us some nice boosts if we pick it carefully. So let's go through them one at a time. Okay, so the warrior, those born under the sign of the warrior benefit from increased strength and endurance. Fortify endurance increases endurance points by 10. Fortify strength increases by 10. If you were a battle mage, this would be a very beneficial thing to add to your mage skill character if you found your mage was your base. We got the Mage himself. And so those born in here, increased amount of Magicka, which means we can increase much more powerful spells. And again, stays character specific. We're probably going to do that. The Thief. No. The Shadow. Those born in the Shadow can become invisible. Handy, but not necessary. Don't worry about it. Trust me, we'll explain later. The Apprentice. The Apprentice has an increased magicka, but are also more susceptible to magical attacks. Fortify magicka increases magicka by 100 points. Whoa. Weakness to magic increases by 100%. I don't think so. Lame. Okay, so you don't want to be vulnerable to magic, believe me. So one thing you do not want to do inside of this game, or even Skyrim for that matter, is be vulnerable to magic. All right, the unicorn, the steed. All right, here, those born on the side of the steed move faster. We got the ritual, which is can heal themselves and make the undead flee in horror. The blessed word forces the undead to flee for 30 seconds. And Mara's gift restores 200 points of health per day, once per day. Okay, so we got the Atranak. Those born under the Atranak cannot regenerate magicka, but have the ability to absorb any magic cast at them. Fortify magicka, increase magicka by 50 points. Spell absorption, 50% chance of absorbing spells cast at them. Stunted magicka. That seems like it would be really annoying, especially as a professional mage. Okay, so let's not do that. The tower. The tower unlocks things. So here we can reflect 5% of all incoming damage for 120 seconds. That's a special power once a day. And opens locks of average difficulty only once a day. No, thank you. We got the Lovers. The Lover's Kiss can paralyze the target for 10 seconds and reduces the caster's fatigue by 120 points. Can be used once a day. I don't think anything that reduces our fatigue. Oh, no. Okay, so that would give back our stamina. All right, no, that's all right. Still not helpful. Increased willpower and increases endurance. Again, if we were a battle mage, probably really, really helpful. Who's this guy? The Lord. Those born under the sign of the Lord are resistant to physical and magic damage. Shield increases armor rating by 15%. Resist magic increases by 15%. Interesting. Might throw a nice balance in there, right? But again, we don't plan on using a shield, and we're not going to be wearing armor, so we're just going to forget about that guy. Finally, the Serpent. Those born under the sign of the Serpent can poison others, though it comes at the cost of damaging their own fatigue. Okay. Lame. All right, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go right to our boy, the Mage. Increases our magicka. Yeah. This can be really handy, though. All right, no, we're going to go with the Mage. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and be able to cast really powerful spells right off the bat. Boom, character specific. Here we go. Yes, yes, we do. All right. Now, the good news is, if you felt like you made a bad pick,
path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
So the good news is, if you felt like you made a bad pick, right before you exit the dungeon, they're going to give you another opportunity to dress up your character. So if you feel like there was some changes you wanted to make, you do have another opportunity to do so.
Your stars are not mine. Today the Mage shall light your way on the paths of glory.
Glory.
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death. to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Damn, Patrick Stewart, you're the man. The man, bro. Where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Sire.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Did he say carry the torch and stick or... Yeah, never mind.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Guys, talk to people. It's important. This is how you gain quests.
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
These guys are
Stick
broski.
close
As
and
rude
let
as he
us
is
do our
right now.
job, and you'll be all right.
Okay. Now, if I want the staff handy, I need to add it. Oops. Left click. I need to add it to my shortcut wheel. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the staff up there. Anything useful? Like I said, we're not using swords. No, we're not going to keep that. You know what might be handy? Down here, we'll put this potion of sorcery in. And you know what? Maybe, just in case, we'll keep a heal down here. Okay, so let's do that. Just in case. Okay, we never know. So let's be ready. Oh, do you have an amulet? No, but a potion of fire shield. I'll take it. Don't worry, we'll do exploring later. Wiggle,
Watch
wiggle,
your back,
wiggle.
Boris.
Prisoner, help the Emperor!
Oblivion, take you!
Get away from him.
Prisoner!
Why are you ignoring me?
Die, you scum! My sword for the dragon!
Yeah, full shot. Still working on my aim, guys. Thanks for not killing me. Nope. Nope. And nope. All right, heading back.
Take them
Protect
down!
the Emperor!
Okay, will do if he doesn't run right into battle like he's doing right now.
This one's mine!
Good, guys? Everybody good? We're good? All right, cool. Wait, didn't it say I have healing magic? Where's my healing magic? Heal minor... Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's throw that up in there. Boom! Chameleon's fun because you can go invisible, but it doesn't really do anything because people can still see you, so... Nope. And... Nope. Off we go. Again, a little quick save just because I'm prone to the crashes. Off we go.
Hold on. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Ready for anything.
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers.
Come on, guys. Let's go. I'll take up the rear. I'll wait back here. You guys handle this, okay?
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go. They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Uh-oh.
Wait here
That
with
door
the
is
Emperor.
closed.
Guard him. This one's mine. For
The
the Emperor!
Emperor!
Are you good, man? You're good, right? I don't need to do much, right? You're gonna be cool? You should be
Go no
fine.
further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find
Joffrey?
him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Oh no! Wait, what the hell? Oh! No!
Stranger,
Oh, that was
you
wrong!
chose a bad
Bro!
The calls of the Septims.
For the blades and the Emperor!
Ah,
No,
there was no helping that.
Talos,
I
save
didn't.
us.
I didn't do it.
We
I,
failed. I failed.
oh, don't be
The
sorry on
blades are
yourself.
sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead.
Not what
The
I was
amulet.
told.
Where's the amulet of kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body. Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The amulet of kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
Yes, you did. I have to take it to free.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
It's the only one left.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
How do we get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
Oh, the
There are rats
sewers.
and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced Nightblade. Am I right?
Why are you making judgment calls on me, bro? Anyways, let's find out. So you must now choose your class. The major skills of your class will start higher than the skills and will be easier to increase. So again, another finalized decision, not final, but finalized decision to help us boost our character a little further into his class set. So let's take a look. We got the Mage, which is obviously pretty cool for us. Why did he say Nightblade? Let's have a look. So we got willpower and speed. Right? Major skills are going to be acrobat, alteration, athletics, blade, destruction, light armor, and restoration. Ah, man, I don't want that junk. Okay, so we're not going to worry about all that because here, witch hunter, we got alchemy, nope. Spell sword, we've got alteration, blade, block, destruction, heavy armor. Oh, that would have been interesting for my previous character. They're not going to do that. Healer, alchemy, alteration, destruction, illusion, mercantile, restoration, and speechcraft. Now, battle mage, alchemy, blade, and blunt. Okay, like I said, we are going to use weapons. So here we're going to choose sorcerer or mage. This is going to be one of our two. Don't forget, though, you do have other big options here. So as a combat class, you can choose from the warrior, barbarian, crusader, a knight, archer, scout, or a rogue. And some of these guys do have a little bit of magical enhancement, not too much. Magic, obviously, focusing on our magic skills, and stealth, of course. Our stealth skills are, for a lot of people, their main choice. A lot of people like being, of the stealthy name set. I'm going to stick with this guy, either mage or sorcerer, so we don't need heavy armor. I'm not going to go armored, so I'm probably going to stick right to our guy. We're going to mage. Alchemy, alteration, conjuration, destruction, illusion, mysticism, and restoration. Yabai. All right, so this is it. Here we go. We are going to be the
I
mage.
wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
After the sewers, then
You
what?
must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Waynon Priory immediately. Got it?
No.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What about you?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Ah, there it goes. There goes the sword. So he's taken back the sword now. We no longer have her sword. I can search him, although I don't think he'll be too
Leave the
appreciative.
Emperor in peace.
Yeah, he didn't want me to do that. So we're gonna just check this guy. We'll take the potion of Night Eye. And no, you can keep your sandals, that's sure. And oh no, Glenroy! Glenroy! Can I search Glenroy? They really don't like it when you search the dead bodies, but I always search the dead bodies. I can't help it. Some people have such cool stuff. All right, so we're going to go ahead and head on our journey, which is going where? That way, okay. Oh, we got a little passageway. Very cool, very cool. All right, so heading on, heading on. We're moving through. We're gonna find our way through this door. Okay. Oh, look, a little chest. Always good to look around, and might as well use up the lockpicks while we got them. Grabbing all the potions. Okay, and on to our next room with the Boris key. Dun, 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 heading on down the sewers. Now we're just gonna go ahead and use up the charges and the staff because, well, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna end up selling it anyways. I'm not walking around with a big troll's head in my hand the whole time, so that's just weird. I hear a rat. There's a rat. Okay, let's get him. As you can see, third person, little tricky to aim. Door? The gate is sealed. Okay, so we can't. Whoa! Love the screeching monkey sounds. Notice I don't normally check the rats. They only ever have rat meat and the occasional singular piece of gold. I just walked right through that sewage. Gross. Oh, sneaky. Dope. Boom. And you're done. Alright, our staff charge is almost expired, but I should still be able to get pretty good gold. I'm just running around here. Let's cast our clairvoyance, see if I'm going the right way. Yeah, actually I did. Pick the right direction. I did find skulking around the sewers is kind of pointless. Also, you can get diseases down here. It's pretty filthy. And I'm talking like actual disease, and you'll have to go to a church and pray. So if it's not your thing, don't spend too much time in the sewers. You know what? I'm going back to destruction magic because I want to build my skills, not sealed. Okay. It's that way. All right, let's head out. As you can see, this is our exit. We're heading out. And I do believe that this will be your final chance to set your game character stats. So I'm going to save it once more right here. Okay, I'm putting an actual save on this, so in case you ever felt like just quickly jumping back, skipping the full tutorial section, you can literally just start from right here, because once we open the city gate, you can go through and edit everything all over again, right? So you can just you can go back, you can change your identity, your look, your birth sign, even your class. We're happy. I'm pretty happy with our guys, so I'm just going to say we're finished and we're off to the races. Welcome to Tamriel. Here we are out in the open, and the game literally goes whatever direction you want it to from here. I will be majority playing through the storyline because it's easier to keep track. Okay. The red arrow on your compass shows the direction of Waynham Prairie. You can walk there by following your compass or open world map with the down button to travel there directly. You can set off in any direction and begin exploring the world on your own. Good luck. All right, so yeah, we can basically do whatever we want at this point. Okay. Ooh, butterfly. Where'd it go? Oh, scared it. So looks like down arrow on your directional pad will be the quick button to your map. I wish I had remembered that earlier. We'll talk more about the map because there is some helpful stuff. To get to your local map, all you're going to do is hold down right trigger to zoom in, and then once you're fully zoomed in, click right trigger one more time, and that's going to bring you to your local map. You can quickly zoom back out by left trigger, and that's how you switch back and forth. It took me a minute to figure that out. In fact, it was tricky enough that there was an article written on it in Gamer Mag, so There you go, folks. Now you know how to zoom in and out. Okay, so very, very good. I think I will probably just quick save and take a break for now. I may or may not be back a little bit later. Also, if you're with us later this evening, we're probably going to do a little bit of barotrauma for a little bit of a dive deep adventure, and we'll talk about the Discord server and how to join. If you guys wanted to join us online, that'd be a little bit of fun. All right, so you'll have some fun, and I will see you again in a bit.